there was just so many tears at the end. I just couldn't console myself at all. Ow.
Badoop.
Hi, my name is Ariel, and today I'm going to be doing a book review on The Winter of the Witch by Ardon. This is the third and final book in the Winternight Trilogy, and oh my god. If you haven't watched my first video or my second video, I will link those so you can go back and watch them. If you haven't read them, this may not be the video for you, but you can stay and watch anyway if you're curious. Just like the second book, the third book starts off right where the second one leaves off, and it starts with an action-packed mess of things. And when it starts off, there's something that happened that literally made me scream "no" out loud. And it was very loud, and people were concerned. So, in this book, Vasya sees a different side to the world, almost a different realm of the world that she lives in. And like I said in my previous review for the second book, that there wasn't a lot of magic. I mean, there was magic, but it wasn't a focus. In this book, the main, no, I wouldn't say the main focus, but one of the bigger focuses is the magic and how it works and what charities are and where they come from and what they mean and where they live. And it's just, oh, it's so good, y'all. It's so good. I can't. I cried so hard. But it's not all just magic. You do get to learn more about the political aspect of Moscow and other things like that, but there's a lot of good reveals that go along with that, and it's really satisfying. I really like how the book ends because there's things that are just hanging around that get wrapped up really nicely. It's not a perfect package. The book doesn't end with everything wrapped up so nicely and you feel so warm and cozy because it's all well and good. No, that is wrong. If it was like that, I wouldn't have cried for an hour. So before I get too spoilery, I'm going to end my trying to explain the book to you and then talk about my pros and cons. Cons. I have none. Pros. My biggest pro, and I know that this is, if you didn't read the author's notes, you're not going to know, or if you don't read the author's notes, you're not going to know, is that the battle that you know is ensuing, the battle that happens at the end of the book, a little bit of a spoiler, is a real battle that really happened. There's characters in the book that were real people. So there's that historical element and that fictional magical element all rolled into one, and I think that just made the story so much more real for me, and that it made me cry harder. I'm not like I cannot tell you how much I cried. Like a gallon at very least. My second biggest pro for this is the character development, and I'm not just talking about Vasya. Vasya is my new favorite fictional character ever. Like, I love her. I would fight alongside her if I had to. I'm not a charity, but I would do it because she is amazing. She is so strong, and that strength in a character, especially a female character, just oh my god, it was so good. I love her. I really like seeing the relationship between Vasya and Morosko flourish and develop, and see how that went, and Vasya's relationship with our chaos spirit, our chaos demon. His interaction in the book with her and with other characters was super important, and I feel like if you just decided you wanted to hate him from the beginning of the entire novel, then you're not going to enjoy the rest of the book much. I also really enjoyed the amount of blood and gore in the book. There was a sizable amount. It wasn't crazy, but there was a lot, and I really enjoyed it. And the pacing of the book I thought was great. I don't think it was too slow at all. I think it fit what was going on in the story really well. And the final thing I want to talk about, and this is going to be kind of spoilery, so if you haven't read it or you don't want to hear this part, exit now or fast forward, is the road to midnight. The idea that you can be in a different realm and travel around wherever you want to go, wherever in the world, and arriving at midnight and traveling through midnights, and when you're somewhere and you're not ready to fall asleep yet, or ready to go yet. It's perpetually midnight until you're ready for it not to be. That right there, just, it struck me in such a way that I was like, holy crap, could you imagine if that was actually possible? And that's the end of the video. I thoroughly enjoyed the book. This trilogy is now one of my new favorite trilogies. I don't own it. I'm gonna have to take this book back to the library, but like, I'm thinking I'm gonna need to, because I feel like I would definitely reread it. I know that Catherine Ardon will never see this, but Catherine Ardon, if you ever see this, thank you. You spent so long on these novels to get us where we are, and I truly appreciate everything you did in writing these novels. If you liked the video, give it a like, a subscribe if you haven't, and see you later.